I am Margaret Doty. I was, do you want the Riddleburg too, or just Margaret?
However you like, let's just start with just one
Margaret
simple
Doty.
sentence.
Most
Margaret
people
Doty
know
and-
me as Margaret Doty. And I was born in Rhinebeck Hospital in 1930, November 21st, 1930. But
So-
I've lived in Red Hook all my life. That's it,
Yeah.
you know.
Uh-huh. And you went to Red Hook Central School.
Oh, yes, sure. First, I started off in a one-room schoolhouse, you know, out on Yance Road.
On Yance Road.
We had to walk to school. In the summertime, we crossed lots, you know, went over the hills. And in the wintertime, of course, you walked on the road.
Yeah. And it was...
And in 1939, when they built the school, then I came down here and I was in third grade.
Who was your teacher?
Miss Losi was out in the school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the flavor of going to a one-room school here. Was that the Fraley School, so-called, out there?
I think it was, because we were right near the Fraley farm and all, yeah. And it was very good because you learned more, I think, that way than you realized, because you were paid attention to other grades, you know. You were, as she was teaching, she taught you for a while, then she would teach somebody else. And so I think
How
that's
many kids were in the school, do you recall?
not very many. No, 15 maybe.
From all ages?
Yes.
So that was
Up to 8th grade.
up to 8th grade. So you came then to Red Hook Central
Yes,
in...
1939 when they opened. Yeah.
And that was a very modern...
Oh, yes.
And how was it different for you then? Did you have to get on a school bus? Did they have school buses?
Yes. What we did was we had a small school bus at first, a little wagon. And then what happened is we would be, as it started to grow, then he would let us off at the end of Norton Road, and we'd get on a big bus and come to school.
I see.
And he would go on to another place.
Excuse me.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Hey, Margaret, can I ask you a favor?
Sure.
When you're speaking, if you remember, if you could repeat Chris's question back in your answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well,
So if Chris says, what's your favorite color? If, instead of you just saying blue, you say, my favorite color is blue.
Blue. Oh, all right.
It will just help us out.
Margaret's favorite color is not blue.
It's probably
red. So how would you get from the house on Norton Road to the bus? Can you tell us about that?
Well, we lived in a long lane, as you recall, when, you know, and we got the bus at the top of the lane, and then he would take us to the end of the road, which was Norton Road, and we would get on a big bus. And that was, at that time, I think Len Rawle was the bus driver. Yeah.
And I guess he was married to my kindergarten teacher.
Yes, Fran.
Right, yeah.
He was married to Fran. Yeah.
And how many kids would be on the bus when you came in?
Oh, there would be large number because Len would have already picked up people from Rock City and along the way there. So that we usually had a good bus load. Maybe 30 or 40 kids.
And you would arrive at school, and that was 19. You were in third grade, so you were 8 years of age, 7, 8.
Yes, I was, probably was. Because I started school when I was 7. My mother didn't believe in sending us out too early because we had a 2-mile walk, so.
And from the house?
From the house to the school out on Yance Road.
Yance Road.
Yes.
Your father kept horses.
Yes, my father did have horses.
He loved horses.
Yes.
And would he take a team and drive you?
Oh, to school?
Yes.
No, because he had another job he had to go to. So I went with the neighbors. That was Moore. It's Wise now owns the property, but at that time there was a family known as Moore, but they were Moore. That was their name, and I used to go with them.
And then they would, when you came into the now the Linden Avenue Middle School, but the school then, it was still all dirt roads, wasn't it, in Red Hook?
Yes, it was very narrow dirt roads. Yeah.
And so you went to school during the war.
Yes.
Could you tell us what that was like? What Red Hook was like during the war?
I think there was always talk about the war, that people really felt bad about all of this that was going on and all. And we didn't have, my family didn't have radios and stuff. So we just had whatever knowledge you got was when you went to school and the teacher or somebody told you what had happened and all that. Because it was years, when we were kids, my brother and I, we didn't have a radio or anything,
But you kept a garden.
Oh, yes. My father always had a big garden. The whole back of the house was a garden because Mother canned everything. She had to prepare for winter.
What was winter like in those days?
Oh, winter was... We always went outside to play, always skied, did everything. Ice skates. So I think the winter was pretty much like it is today. And my father made his own plow with the horse so he could plow us out. Yeah.
Did you learn to drive a horse?
Oh, definitely could drive a horse, yeah.
So,
Giddy up.
So you came of age really during the war and in the 1940s, and you began. Tell us about your years at the Red Hook Hotel. What was that like? Tell us about who the people were and what you did, if you could.
Well, when I graduated from high school in 1949, then I went to the Red Hook Hotel and applied for a job. And it was Howard and Olive Labe that were proprietors at that time. And they gave me a job and trained me how to be a waitress. And then they sold the place. And trying to think, Satoris, I believe the name was.
What was it like, though, to be give me a kind of a snapshot, if you will, of the comings and goings and what it was like for the village to have that hotel there.
Well, when the Labes had it, it was more or less, I don't know, can I say elite? It was different class of people that came. Now, when when the other new owners took over, they were putting in the Taconic Parkway. And that stopped at Lafayette out there.
Uh-huh.
So all the traffic came through Red Hook.
You must have been very busy.
And we did a terrific job.
Very busy.
Very busy.
What was the food like?
Food was good. People came back all the time. They enjoyed it. Steve did a lot of his own cooking,
And how many of you were on the staff?
There was 3 waitresses.
You must have been very busy.
Yes. And I believe they hired some others after a while because it got too busy, but the Marge used to pitch in, that was the owner's wife. Everybody pitched in when they got really busy, you know. It was really something else.
And do you recall how much you were paid?
It wasn't much. I think $1.60 an hour.
Plus tips?
Plus you got your own tips, yes. Yeah.
And what were some of who were some of your favorite customers?
Who were some of the customers?
Yes, some of the people you liked to wait on most. Were they local people?
Not local so much as the out-of-towners that came, yeah. You know, passing through, yeah. And then you had some local people, yeah. I remember Carl Stockenberg and Honey, you know. And they were always there.
And I think Carl liked the elbow room too.
Yes, he did, yeah.
Tell us about the elbow room. It's world famous.
It was, the elbow room was just a place where they could go in and have their drinks.
And then come to you.
And then if they wished to eat, they would come to
Yeah.
sit down for dinner, or they would order it, you know, and have it there. Because they also served in the elbow room too, with the big booths. Yeah.
And people stayed at the hotel, yes?
Yes,
So
yeah, they had rooms to rent. Yeah. I can't tell you how, you know, how often they were there, but there were rooms for rent, yeah.
So you worked there for 5 years, and
Yes.
then tell us what you did after that.
Well, then, after I worked at the hotel for 5 years, then I wanted to be more at home with my husband. I had married, and I wanted to spend the evenings at home, so I took a job in Empire Market as their bookkeeper and cashier, yeah.
And how long did that last?
I think that was 5 years, too. Yes.
And Bill was,
He was the first letter carrier in the village of Red Hook, and he worked for the post office for 35 years.
how did you two meet?
My cousin introduced me. I met him through my cousin, because my cousin, they lived in the city, and I used to go down to the city all the time to visit my aunt, and she was very good to us, and we had vacation time. We used to go down and visit her, and that's how I met him.
Aunt Mamie
No, Aunt Sarah.
and Sarah.
Yeah, Aunt Mamie had her own family, and she lived in New Jersey.
I can remember many years ago as a little boy when you would all get together down at the house with Anna and Harry and Aunt Mamie and Sarah and Bergie.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us about that, if you remember, a family
It was family get-together. You didn't meet at my mother's, you met at my sister's, and we always had a lot of fun. All summer long, we walked over to my sister's, and we went swimming in the creek and enjoyed it. That was a good creek. We did go. But you've been there too,
Oh,
right?
I've spent my life there too. That's the only place to be in a hot day.
Right.
You had a long and successful career as the town clerk.
Yes, I was the town clerk for the town of Red Hook for 27 years.
Longer than anybody else.
Yes.
When did you start? What, you were appointed or elected? You're elected.
You're elected to the position, yes.
So tell us about your interest in politics. What sparked you to get involved in politics? Yeah.
I was asked if I would like to run as tax collector. That's how I started out. I took over for, and then eventually I took over for Jean Bradley. Remember Jean?
Yes, I do, yeah, Bob and Jean, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she taught me what she knew and all. So then I started that, and that was, I think, about 35 years I did that.
Wow,
Because I still continued to be tax collector along with town clerk.
you did.
Yes, which they do today too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you span the era of Red Hook from before the Kingston-Rhinecliff Bridge until well after.
Yes.
Could you
Before.
tell us about what Red Hook was like and the transition, if you remember? You know, did it get faster and all that sort of stuff? When the bridge went in, we suddenly changed from a small and rural village into a bedroom community. Really.
Right. We did. What we did, I think, before that, we used to go all the way up to the Catskill Bridge and go down through to Kingston, or they came from the Poughkeepsie Bridge and crossed over and went into Kingston. So it was really a lifesaver to have the Kingston-Rhinecliff Bridge completed and all. I think most people really were happy to have that.
What were the major changes that you recall before and after the bridge?
There wasn't really major changes, I don't think. You know, you just, you were now had excess and you could travel more. I think that's basically what it was, instead of just shopping and all locally, or we used to go to Poughkeepsie, you know.
And that was a journey.
Oh, yes.
Did you go on the Twilight bus lines?
Yes, we did.
Tell us about that. What was it like?
Well, you got the bus just like you do anything else, any other bus, and you went to Poughkeepsie, and then you had to know when he was going back home again, and you made it your business to be there to come back home again.
And you knew everybody on the route without, or for a little bit.
Yes, you know a lot of people, you know, over the years. Yes.
And that was you practically knew everybody though. You were the tax collector
Oh, yeah. I always took their money. Right.
as tax collector, yes. Yep, he's gonna.
Okay.
So you're on the bus and you know everybody, but as tax collector, you
Well,
knew everybody.
yes, you did. You got to know everybody, you know, and it was really, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed meeting people, talking to people. That's
And-
what I miss the most today, you know, when you see, when you're not town clerk, you miss the people. You don't miss the work, but you miss the people.
What about the secrets that you would know as a tax collector?
No, I don't know any secrets.
What have been the major changes in Red Hook in your time that you know? Tell us about that.
I think the biggest change in Red Hook in my time was the population increase. Before that, we were just a small community. And you know everybody, but... And then you started to grow, which is only natural, right?
But we've lost some things that we should still have, I think, right? The Empire Market.
Oh, yeah, we lost the Empire Market. We lost the Red Hook Hotel, which I think was a big loss. And people at that time didn't save things or didn't try to, like we did for the Ellendorf, you know. So
Do you remember the fire at the hotel?
I remember, yes, I wasn't there, but I remember, you know, that it happened, and it was in the kitchen, and I was sorry that they didn't preserve the hotel and just repaired the kitchen, but that's the way it goes.
And you helped save the Elmendorf.
Well, I became a member, which that's a way to help.
Let's see. And if I may, let me ask you to just speculate. Red Hook in 20 years, what do you think what will we be as a community? What do you feel, what do you see about the changes and what the future holds for Red Hook?
I don't know. I really don't know I don't think you see too much changes in 20 years. I haven't seen too much changes in 20 years, so I don't know if you would be, if we could have more, keep our young people here, maybe it would help, I don't know.
Jobs.
Jobs. And there just are no jobs, and I don't foresee in anything coming in that would create jobs.
What about the school though? People still come to Red Hook because of the schools.
Yes, they do. People come to Red Hook for the schools. It's definitely.
Yeah. And what about the library too? They've done a great job.
The library has certainly grown over the years. It really has, yeah.
What may I ask you miss most of all about the old days?
I don't miss the old days, Chris.
Good.
No.
Well, we live across the creek from the farm, and it's wonderful to still have what looks like the farm there, with the barns and the house. But I miss the family being there.
Oh, definitely. Well, we all grow old, right? We all grow up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who are your favorite people from then? Do you have any favorite people from the old days that you recall? Characters? Village characters?
No.
How about
No, I don't, I wouldn't say any that I miss the characters, People come and people go. Yeah.
Have you had, how do you feel about having spent your life here in Red Hook?
I wouldn't I'm happy to be here in Red Hook. I wouldn't want to be anyplace else. I've done some traveling, and I'm always glad to get home to Red Hook. Yeah. And I think it's because of the people. Yeah.
Year after year, yeah.
Yeah.
What about the natural beauty of Red Hook too? The farms and the village.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you don't have, in Red Hook anymore, you don't have too many more farms. Yeah. But there's still some out there. Yeah.
You remember Irving Fraley?
Oh, I remember Irv Fraley, definitely. Yes. I certainly do. I remember the father and the mother and Irv.
Well, I remember them too. I remember your father, and I have in our 8mm photo. Dad used to take a lot of 8mm, and I have your father and your brother Charles coming through the gate at a farm on a buckboard behind the horses, and I'm trying to get it out so that we can get it, and I will try to get it out so I can give it to you in a digital.
That's how we traveled, Chris, in the buckboard.
What was that like?
That was our transportation, was to go get behind the horse and get in a horse and wagon for quite a while, boy, until my brother got old enough to drive.
When was that?
Well, he was probably around 17. Yeah.
He was younger.
Yes, he's 18 months younger than I am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What was his first car? You remember?
A truck. It was a Chevrolet truck. Small truck, yeah.
I remember Pepper. Do you remember Pepper?
That was our dog, Pepper. Yeah, black.
And one-eyed, I think, when I recall. Yeah.
Yeah, we really enjoyed having Pepper. He was,
Well, and then
he
we
was
remember our...
quite a companion.
And then there was Whoopi and Ginger at the farm
Oh, yes.
with the girls. And what about all of your cousins and brothers and sisters, or your, where are the girls? Leona and Jane and everybody?
Jane lives in Red Hook. Marion is in Texas. Betty's in Ohio. And Lee is across the river in Island.
Do you keep in touch?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Especially around the holidays, we talk to each other,
Great.
Yeah.
And everybody's well?
Everybody is well. So that's good.
And how are you feeling?
I'm fine, thanks.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about Red Hook, about you, about life here?
I think we covered quite a bit, so... that's...
Okay.
Yeah.
We have more time.
Okay.
I would love to hear more about the hotel. I'm like bursting. But,
Seth just moved here, so
and that experience, I don't know if, would you mind me asking some questions? I mean, yeah, if you could just answer to Chris, but if you could really like paint the picture for those of us who didn't get to see it, what was it like if you were standing in front of it? Like, what did it look like? What was it like to be there?
Well, the hotel itself was big, took up the whole corner. And then the elbow room was connected to it. And it was, I don't know, it was historic. It just always, to me, it was just a historic building that really.
Were you proud to work there? How did it feel to work there? Wow, I'm working at this hotel, or was it just like another job?
Oh, no, I was proud to work there. Yes. It was a privilege to work there.
What privilege?
Yes.
What made you feel like it was a privilege?
Well, they trained me to be a waitress, and everybody was always so good to me. And when I first started, I couldn't serve drinks because I wasn't old enough. So I would take the order, and then Howard Labe would serve the drinks, so it's...
What did it change the town? Was the town different because the hotel was there?
I don't think it changed the town.
Do you remember the moment that you heard that this is a long shot, but do you remember the moment that you heard that there had been a fire?
Did I hear that there was a fire? Yes.
Do you remember like the actual moment when someone said to you, "You're not going to believe this, there was a fire"?
Right. I remember and feeling very, very disappointed that this was happening here in our village.
Actually, can you do me a favor and tell Chris what happened to the hotel?
yeah. What happened? Do you recall? The fire.
After the fire?
Yeah. Well, the fire, and then afterwards.
Can you actually tell us
Tell us the
hotel
story.
fire?
Yeah.
What happened?
After the fire, then I heard that it was sold by the woman who owned it at that time. I don't even recall her name, but she sold the hotel. She sold it, and they tore it down.
Was there a big fight about that?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't recall being too much arguing about it.
And then it just,
Yes, it was an owner that didn't want it anymore, and she sold the property. She sold it, and I think that's when the gas station took over. Yeah.
How did you feel about all that? That's really like,
Oh yeah, you feel disappointed that this is not going to be here anymore.
yeah, it's really changed the village, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely. Many people did not like the idea of a gas station. No.
To this day.
No doubt. Yeah.
was it like, just like the atmosphere, you said it was sort of like elite? The clientele was like upper class or something?
You said that they were travelers and people with money came to the hotel a lot rather than just local people.
Yes.
So what were they like, and where did they come from? Do you know? Do you remember?
In the early times, no, I think Poughkeepsie or someplace, yeah. They would come up to have dinner at the hotel. I know a number of couples that did.
Instead of the Beekman Arms?
Yeah. Well, they had their choice, right?
And they chose the Red Hook Hotel.
Hotel.
Yeah. What was a favorite dinner? Was there a specialty that the hotel was famous for?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Was it a big dining room?
Yes. It was a good-sized dining room. Yes. And then, as I said, we used to serve in the elbow room too, with the booths. Yeah, it could seat quite a few people.
What were some of the busiest days? When was it busiest?
Probably on the weekends.
And when the Memorial Day parade came by the hotel, tell us about that, if you recall.
If we were there, we would just stand outside and watch them. Watch the parade go by. Yeah.
Actually, can you use the Memorial Day parade in a sentence? Just say, when the Memorial Day parade went by, we would...
All come out and watch.
That's it. Everybody'd come out to watch
Watch what?
the parade.
Yeah, just say, we loved watching the Memorial Day parade in front of the hotel.
Oh, yes.
Can you repeat that as a
Yeah.
sentence back? I want to make sure we get you saying.
Yeah.
We enjoyed watching the Memorial Day parade in front of the hotel.
Did you ever go upstairs to watch from the balcony upstairs?
No, I never did. Yes, I never went from the balcony, but I'm sure that the house guests did,
Beautiful. Anything else you can think about that experience? Working at that hotel? It didn't have music, did it? There was a little like live music there, or...
No. Oh, we had the jukebox.
Oh.
We had a jukebox, and you always played it. And I remember I was playing one song so often that Mrs. Labe said, "Do you think you can play another tune?"
What was the song? That was probably rock and roll.
No, there wasn't rock and roll in those days.
Do you remember what the song was, or what the music was at least that you would play?
No.
Or what kind of music? Was it like jazz or?
No, it wasn't jazz. It was just a regular song that someone was singing.
Did you have a favorite singer? Sinatra? Rosemary Clooney?
Do you remind me, what year was this that you were working in the hotel? What time frame is this?
Tell us when you started, the year you started at the hotel.
Oh, I started in 1940. I graduated in June of 1949. I started there in July of 1949.
And then you had 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Anyone else around from that time that you work with? Are there like other people that you recall, like waitresses or?
That worked with me? No, I had 2 other women that worked with me, Marge and Teeter, and we called her Tootie Traver, and they have since passed on.
You're the sole survivor who worked in the hotel?
The sole survivor? I doubt it.
We hope not.
Right.
But are you the last, in terms of people who worked in the hotel, there's no one else around who worked in the hotel. Is that accurate?
I think there's people that came after me, you know.
Yeah.
That's right, because it was standing for quite a while.
Yeah, it was another 10 years, 11
That's
years.
right.
Yeah, or 9 years. It burned in 63
That's right.
and then was torn down in 65.
God.
Yeah.
What a story.
Tell me about your husband, Bill, because I see him walking through the village in the summer with his shorts and his leather bag and his... Tell me about him.
Let's see. As I said, he did it for 35 years. He was the first letter carrier in the village of Red Hook. And he walked 15 miles a day. Yeah, and he enjoyed it. He enjoyed the people too.
He did indeed, I remember very well.
And a lot of them still tell me that they remember him.
Where was the post office when he started?
With the restaurant is now that...
The Indian Curry House.
yes,
Yeah.
that's where it was. Yeah.
Do you remember when the rural free delivery began?
No.
That was...
Oh goodness, that would have been quite a while ago, because Mike Odak was our mail carrier. Yes, I remember that, yeah. He used to go up and get the mail and walk up to get the mail.
Yeah. Do you remember sleigh riding as a kid?
Sleigh riding?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Where?
He always sleigh ride. We did all the hills, right?
Yeah. And where would you skate?
We'd skate out in the front. My father always kept that all mowed down and all. Today you wouldn't recognize it, but then that's where we did our ice skating and stuff.
I remember very well your father keeping the horse, and then there was a great big hay, he had a pile of hay right there it came down the lane. There's a little bridge or ford or something.
Yes,
and then
it was a bridge.
And the hay.
Yes.
And
And the willow trees.
And the willow trees, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any photos from those days?
Probably some of them, yes.
Because I would like to, the next time you all get together, you and Leona and Jane and Betty and Marion, I'd love to get as many photos and whatever remembrances of the farm, from Harry, from Bob, from
Yeah.
Olive, from Cora. Would you like some water or anything?
No, thanks.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to pick out a classic. Here we go. That's you again.
Yeah, they are classics. Cheers.
What are you looking at? What do you see?
What I see is the waitresses. There's 4 of us here now. Who's the other one? besides
See, I'll read it.
Tootie and Marge, yeah.
Hilda Aiken. Hilda Aiken.
Oh, yes, Hilda used to do the dishes, wash and do the dishes.
Hilda Aiken was a teacher.
Yes, very good teacher,
My teacher.
yeah.
Oh.
Social studies.
Social studies.
She was a very good teacher, yeah.
And her sister.
Yes,
What was her
her
sister's
sister,
name?
her sister was English,
All right.
English teacher.
Ruby.
Ruby Aiken, yeah.
We knew everybody, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Do you know the name Mame Lown?
Yes.
Oh, Mame used to do dishes too in the hotel.
How did they do dishes?
In the sink until they got the dishwasher.
A lot of dishes.
Oh, yeah. That's why they hired someone special to do it.
Did you say one of the waitresses in that photo became a teacher, I guess?
Tell me about Ruby and Hilda Aiken.
Well, Hilda Aiken was a teacher, and so was Ruby when they first came here. But here, Hilda had taken a job in the hotel, and that her job was to wash and dry dishes.
To make extra money from...
I'm sure.
Yeah.
They lived with Mrs. Fraley on Fraley Street.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And
She had a boarding house,
what was that like?
just rooms, I guess, that you got your meals and you lived there.
What kind of person were you back then? What were you like?
With who?
What kind of person were you?
What kind of a person was I?
Yeah, what were you like back then?
Have no idea. Probably, I know I was not how can I say, shy. They had to show me everything.
I think there were more than a few suitors. Yeah. Great.
That was fun, that's fun, that's great, amazing.
I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me about your parents. When did they meet and marry?
My father was coming to New York City, and my mother lived, of course, in New York City. And he was dating her friend. And then he started dating my mother, and that materialized.
When were they married?
1928, I think.
28.
Yeah.
Ah. So, and then you came to Red Hook.
Well, yes,
Oh, he was here.
he was from Milan. He had lived on a farm out there with his mother and father, or with his mother and father in Milan.
And so then they bought the place on Norton Road, on your home.
And built the house.
He built the house.
He built the house, or had people that he knew build the house. Yes.
And tell us about growing up there.
Well, growing up it's like any other home you have, I guess. You didn't have what you have today to work with. You just, how can I say? Your mother said to you, you had to help around the house, which we did. My brother's chores were with the farm, and my father had all kinds of animals. Always had animals. And you had to learn to chop wood. You did all the stuff that you were supposed to do, and you did it. And Didn't hurt any of us.
And what did you do for fun?
Oh, well, we had skating, sledding all winter long, we had all this stuff. In the summertime, we used to, as I said, we go swimming. Sometimes Anna would take us to Spring Lake. That was a popular place. And we would go to Spring Lake and maybe once a week or something and swim. We learned how to swim and all.
And have a picnic?
And, oh, definitely picnics. Mother used to bring the food. Yeah.
Well, thank you.